Oh, Jeff, what's that? What's that? Just clamped under there like that. So what's fallen off there now? So we've... Oh. Just... Ugh. That. So there's that one. There. That one there. And this one just squished in between them. What's the other side like? Oh, that looks similar. Okay, I'll pop that out. There we go, so I've got that other side off now. Right, what was it? So it was that one. That one. Didn't help getting battery out that earth lead there was tied around the power lead. So I'm going to wire it up as was, not change anything other than a bit of cable routing, because I'd like my battery to actually go back in. And that's a bit annoying as well, isn't it, because they put them switches on this side panel. Not that it was the prettiest of things looking at that, but that's permanent holes now. Yeah, anyway, these things are sent to testers. We shall fix it. Now, let's see what voltage this battery's got left. Now let's rest that in there. Yeah, I've lost my camera holder, so I'm doing things one-handed. Anyway, we've managed. So we have, ooh, more than I thought, nearly 9 volts. It may yet recover that. We'll see. I shall put it on charge. Gel battery. These I'm very impressed with. Let's have a look. Oh, it's a bit taller, isn't it? It's that much taller. Not sure that'll fit then. Let's have a quick shufty and see. We can live in hope. Ooh, hang on, it might just... It just fits in that case there. Yeah. I shall put the camera down a second and find out. Moments later. Look at that, that fits nice. And the beauty of these motorbike batteries is you can fasten your terminals on top or on the side. And because there's a nice little bit of room down the front, I'll do them on there. So that's nice. And you can also do them on the other side as well, or you could use that to fasten an alarm or something extra that you don't want to be patching onto that. You know, like a fuel pump switch that you don't want to hack on. Jeff. Anyway, that battery will do us. We'll get connected up and see where we are. Now, I've just put that on my Noco little motorbike battery charger. And interesting, it's pulsing the battery to 19 volts. I think that's a kind of recovery to bring it back from death. I've never seen that before. It certainly didn't do it on a full battery when it just tickled it up to full. So yeah, didn't know that, but I'll keep an eye on that as well, because it doesn't quite seem right to me, but we'll see. Now, it turns out that one of those wires that was connected to the earth there, the brown one, runs under here. Let's have a, it comes around here, and spin the old camera around, down here, and is connected to the tyre. So I'd love to ignore that, but I've also spotted on the edge of the rectifier there, can I get the camera in? There's a little yellow connector. So I'm not sure what the logic is there, but I reckon it makes a better connection to that connector than it does to that tyre. So I'm just going to rewire that as was for now. I suspect I'm going to buy a wiring loom for this and start again. I should have taken a leaf out of Derek's book, shouldn't I, at Vice Grip. That is a rectifier. So that tells us it's had one on. And that, right, is that an original indicator? Because we've got these ones with grills over them now. Because it's essential that people see less of your indicator for safety. Yeah, did they just come off? No. So what else have we got in there? Let's have a bit of detective work. 2 indicators. What's that thing? That's something that's wired to itself. I'll ignore that. What's that? Little box. Here, come on. Get on. Fuel filter? No. Oh, it's carburetor float. It says on it XV carb float. Right, well we'll have that out because that's going to get some love. So let's take a guess that the other one is also XV carb float. And that's a carburetor boot. It's a fuel filter that doesn't look dirty. So we'll have that out. Yeah, some relays. So we've had some relays go. Okay. And I think those bolts are to fasten that little backrest there on there. And then the other side we've got Yamaha. Now if I come round here, the front here, I've got a feeling that went there, because on the end there's a screw hole and there's a stripped screw, and there's a half screwed in screw. Look at that one. So yeah, that's why that's in there. I think we're going to ignore that. I'll just put that back in there. Shh, don't tell anybody. Okay, so I'm gonna disconnect that wire from that tyre there and connect it down to that regulator screw, and carry on putting my battery on. There we go, one battery installed. I've replaced that tyre wire with one that was a bit longer, so it's not so tight because there wasn't room. I've just wired up everything exactly where it was for now. So that's the fuel pump and stuff as I recall. I just can't remember what he told me when I bought it. I'll have to figure it out. Now I think I've got the right key. BHG Rock Machine. I have no idea what that is. So anyway, the battery's connected. We haven't released any magic smoke. There's no carbs attached. In fact, I'll take that off there so it didn't get sucked in. The other one fell off. And I'm just gonna try and turn it over. So let's see what happens. Well, neutral light's a good sign, isn't it? So, where is the start button on this? That's a horn. Is that the start button then? Is that a start relay that's been wired into there? That's the pump. That's the start button. Right, okay, that's making more sense now. So it turns over. Okay. So at this stage then, I trip over my buffet. I will put the carbs back on, put some fuel in, and just see what happens, eh? Better turn that ignition off, haven't I, before we end up with a flat battery. Sweet. Not got the carbs on yet, but I've just spotted she's not releasing magic smoke, but a little bit of fuel, which I think is from that little mess there. So I'll tidy that up as well. That looks like it could slide onto that filter another centimetre, and probably a better clamp on it. Although that pipe there looks like it's been chewed. Nice. There we go. I've used the original spring and clamp, and that clamp up there, and just fed it through. That was a pain in the backside trying to feed that pipe through that spring, but I got there eventually. It should stop it kinking. It's a little bit, it's not in way, is it, because my foot will be, let's have a look, my foot will be there and it's behind, but it's a little bit unsightly. But to get an MOT, it'll do while I have a think about what I want to do with it. Now in these boxes, one of these boxes, I'm not sure which, has got the original carbs. I think that's them. Slider works. Yeah, they don't seem in bad condition. They look a bit rough, like the bike. And then in this box, I picked up a cheap pair of carbs, which I think, from memory, was from a 750. And these side pods, which are a bit prettier than the ones I've got. I'm trying to... Oh, it's up there, look, it's up there. Let me grab one. I'll show you. They've been rattle can black, I think. Look. Rough ass. I might throw these back on for now. And if we're doing a full restoration, put these nice silver ones on. Because they look rough. Anyway, let's put that there. Let's look at this other side. Let's see what it is. Let's have a compare. So these are ones I bought. Oh, that feels nice. That one's a bit laggy. That feels like there's no vacuum actually. Let's have a feel of these, because when you let them go they should come down over about half a second. That one is all spring and no vacuum. That one. Yeah. So I think I'm just going to put these back on for now that came off it, and just get it rideable. So let's see what happens when I put these. Are they even the same brand? Let's have a quick. I'm not even sure, because there's a Hitachi and a Mikuni in there. And these look significantly different. So yeah, I'm guessing I've got whatever the other type is from the 750. Anyway, these on. Let's just hear a run. Let's face it, we all want to just hear a run. It's alive! However, her. She's playing a tune. So, I think a carb rebuild kit's in order. Or at least she's running. It's nice to see it running. Although not sounding great, you know. I didn't do it. Press start. Yeah, carb rebuild. Bye bye.